But finally, I'm gonna see if I can pick up Lily, which her family was murdered, and when a part of these families at war, trying to read the stories, they came up with the bright idea of murdering Lily's parents. One of her parents, and so she's with another. But they all fucking hate each other, and they've been writing their fucking kids, and it's imprisonment like in their head, and isolation in their own little fucking pocket on little cell block, little conglomerate their whole life on my brother's block, surrounding his house.
So wait, how does this guy get attacked? This guy's name's Fred and Frankie?
So they try and
The Franks?
they pride themselves on being Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. So Frank is assigned to me.
Because the story started out with him writing Bill, which is one of the. He was an FBI informant back in like '73. There's an article I read, and he attended a rally in a. I don't know where was it, but here. But then he was offered not asylum, but fucking whatever. In Belize, he was offered. He was given a place by the FBI and the CIA too. CIA is more like FBI rules. That's his contact. So he went to a rally. You know, there's like three fucking whatever you call them, dragons, headmasters, and so they were a part of this and writing him and actually controlling his perceptions. And they were getting off like on the feeling of getting off on power. You know, that they can see the fucking being a kind of piece of shit and be a massive fucking ego, and the whole way the KKK plays with they're fucking around. It's not like are they racist or not. It's more about fucking with people's minds, and so it all has to do with the whole miscommunication and malinformation, disinformation, misinformation, which is the whole thing rising up, more in 2013 with e-commerce, with the ransomware. And randomized fucking with neo-fascism. The neo-fascism movement the war between public and private fucking, corporate fucking America. This was the world. The world's been going through a massive change, merging massive technologies. With BCI, landed this thing. It's been going on since the start of neural networking and AI. But then you hear like the Atlas or the Utah fucking really invasive things where you got implants on your heads and stuff, and then that's back in like the 70s and shit. Like,
so who's this Fred and Frank?
Text and Frank.
Who's Frank?
Then we come out with by the time then the company G-Tech started up in Austria and spread out. Then they got one centered in stationed in New York, and so now it's like 3 other ones around the country or the world. And then the competition with Neuralink, with Elon Musk's fucking shit. So this competition, this big deal with decoding the Brain Initiative, back in 2013, which was funded by the Obama administration, and decoding the whole human brain, and how that is an integral with inextricably it's entwined with AI and the human connectome, which is a NCBI thing, CDC, whatever, military. So DARPA's been funding it since the very beginning. It's with everything. They're part of Blackwater, is a part of one of these tangential families that these people have written, just like our families. They kind of, it's about respect, ultimate respect. When you're writing somebody, intent by intent, say, if we were doing it here and we had a computer here, it's hooked up to the fucking internet, and you got two people, you got two nets on your head, and you can do experiments intent by intent over it's article, it's feature article, factorization, it's a decoder, so where it's symbolism, symbolic representation, the way our brain. It's different triggers, different signature trigger a finite series of point-wise identification of our brain waves. You do like an infinite series, so it's basically like each summation, like random sums.
Oh.
And this is the math representation for AI, basically, for discrete mathematics. So our brain is a continuous awareness, and so when you break it down into discrete chunks, finite sequences, and then so there's permutations of where they add in, and it's a series, just like our brain works, of firing, series of fires. And so they're experiencing, just like it's in real time, just like you're having a phone call. It's more than just a phone call. It's really a whole array of fucking sensor wavelength, scanning and fucking getting the whole signal of your whole fucking nervous system, whole body.
So who's Frank?
Mapping it out. Frank was started out first of all with Sterling Wallace, like Ebert Sterling, which is the president of Stanford. And so that was one originator who asked Frank if he wanted to be a part of this. And so it's kind of something that's hard to fucking pass up, it's something, like CIA shit. It's not really.
Is the last name Frank?
Frank Cochran, C-O-C-H.
But there's no Frank of a last name.
Frank's not part of the last name.
Is there a Fred?
No, I just call him Freddie because we were going through, we're talking about different shit when the Drop Dead Fred, have you seen this movie? Came up in our fucking...
Fred's dead, remember.
In our real cool authorship, or signing fucking aliases or whatever, fucking... nicknames to each other. And so Freddie would stuck with him. Just because it's his nickname. It's Freddie. He's like, they call him the kid. But Frankie is the name that he was above. So he's a big part in. He's writing Nick all the time. He's writing Nick.
Yeah, what did he say to me last?
You might be meeting him because you're a big, huge part of his life.
Why?
It's AI. It's going in and out, and he's constantly like their brains in a vat.
Tell me what he said to me recently, so I could relate, so I know what he said recently.
It's brains in a vat. They know your whole fucking.
Give me something that they told you about me.
Personal makeup.
Tell me something about what they said.
It's intimate as it gets. It's the front.
Tell me the most intimate thing. Anything, anywhere, anyhow.
With anything, with growing up, it goes along with what are the fact that drugs are a huge part of it because theirs is synthetic drugs.
Right, I know that.
It's all synthetic. They can mimic absolutely anything.
Right, anything, and everything can be completely liquidless.
But in there, everything is. It's brainwaves, and it's brainwaves. That's actually our chemical.
I agree.
Our chemical romance, our fucking makeup.
So it's true about what they say about this water here. It keeps you numbed out and we get penetrated by the water because all the chemicals in the state of California you can be easily brainwashed by them here because it puts down our neurotransmitters, right? When we take showers, all the water system is fucked here. That's why they don't really do the East Coast. They do it down here. Have you noticed?
It goes into systems of controversies.
Right.
Talking about like the purge, and like ideas about like the CIA. CIA is a lot of a common thing with Aryan Brotherhood or KKK. Like people, it's more common back east, or the idea of the actual purge, like. Considered might be crazy by some people. It's actually something that's actually. It
says in the Bible, I know.
No, it's actually the CIA has the ability to
control the weather
too. These are real. Yeah, it's weather control. These ideas are real, but it's just a matter of whether
when we get exposed to them. When it gets out there, when it gets permeated, when enough people are able to whistleblow
it's about what an actual purge. The purge is like not like killing massive population control and shit. The real story is
They want to control us
AI.
and harvest us.
Now, the real story is AI. It's we're writing the story. It's anonymous.
Right.
You know anonymous?
Yes. It's hackers.
This is all about anonymous.
It's all about the hacking
It's
code.
neo-fascism.
Right.
It's very fucking hardcore real thing.
And it's not adulterated either.
So there's the story. There's the question of
The question is when, not how. When.
Julian Assange.
That's why he's completely where he is right now. He got
Yeah,
handicapped by them. He exposed it.
The story of him getting in a rape.
It's also how he got his access.
And the name.
That was not real, was it?
The name of the girl is, well, he swore it's
I don't believe it's
He
real.
swore it's the CIA, but he can't explain it.
I believe it, just like we did to Andrew Tate, right?
Let me explain. Like it has to do with our names, because your last name is Whitkin.
Yeah, some witty.
So, well, it's Wit.
It's W-I-T-K and there's no H.
And Kin.
It's just Witkin. I'm witty.
Kin.
Yeah, I'm a family, from the family.
So
Witkin
it's
family. Yeah, I'm Witkin family.
Well, that's a huge fucking deal with Aryan Brotherhood shit.
Yeah, I know, it's connected. They're V's. They're not W's. It's Wittgen
And
in German.
Williamson.
That's Williamson with V.
Williamson. So Will I am son.
Yeah, Will I am.
So
Black Eyed Peas.
That's one of these families behind my brothers, Williamson. One of them is Wilkinson too. That's
See, it all starts with the W. W-I. Yours starts with the. How does yours spelled?
It's just listen.
But how?
Mine's Woodfield.
Oh, it's with an O. Okay.
And it's the KKK is all about mocking it's about the breed of hate, miscommunication, and then actually just going to rallies and ramping people up and just fucking starting chaos. You know.
I get it.
They don't really have a
Stirring the pot. Yeah, they have no idea of the bigger picture.
It's like it's mock nationalism.
I know they're not even fully aware of what they're doing.
So they're gonna take advantage of whatever kind of hate mock.
Keep them brown-washed.
Keep people fucking hating. So it's about power. And it's been with Trump. The numbers it blew up. But we got all these.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. You think he can become president again? There's no way, right?
Yeah,
There's no way.
He actually pretty much outright denied he's a supporter of.
Oh well, he is. Everyone knows he is.
He did not. He went on his way to not fucking not put them fucking down because he's got monetary ties with the World Bank and shit. Who knows?
Yeah, he's some
Usually
underground
his dad
shit.
had some kind of,
That's why he doesn't drink, because of his dad. He beat him up.
It's power. It's just it's the chaos. It's the balance of the fact that he got in the presidency in the fucking first place is crazy. So it's this chaos thing that's been building up over the fucking years. This neo-fascism and it's e-harmony. So what harmony is the e-commerce, the Bitcoin?
It's E. E stands for what? Education, right?
Just electronics.
Exactly. It stands for evil.
So it's neural networking. So it started
Euro networking.
In the 60s when the CIA, they're going to be DARPA's going to be behind all of it.
DARVA? Dharma.
DARPA.
That stands for what again?
Defense and
Auto reputation people.
Advancement.
Who created that? The Americans or the Israelis?
Protection agency. What do you mean?
That's just world new order.
No, ours is DARPA. The CIA.
Yeah, but they're the cyber people, right? They're the cyber warfare.
In Britain, it's like what is it?
It's called HARPA. So do you ever put tinfoil on your head when you go to sleep? Does that help not have the talks? I'm just wondering. You're the one that told me that. Does it actually stop with the brain communication? So that's all a lie. That's Hollywood talking.
Those are people that are talking about like
Hollywood.
aliens or some shit.
Yeah, it's some stupid shit. So
some of this shit that you showed me about people. There's actual stories recently about people having complaints about their signal.
Oh yeah, I showed you that. You like that?
It's real.
I know it's real. That's why I'm that's why I'm videotaping this. I'm gonna these are my archetypes.
It's part of this different randomized fucking ransomware type shit. Just fucking the 5G satellites, their capability, what they can actually do.
They can just turn us all off, right? Right? They can turn us all off.
The U.S. Embassy.
Right?
We're basically
through our phones, right?
It's robotics, cyberkinetics, and it's robotics.
Yeah, it's all connected with the phone, and your transmitters and your neuro waves. No, your phone. Without the phone, they can't get through us. It's the
phone
easy
has
access.
shit to do with anything.
So it has nothing to do with the phone, so they could still be doing this without a phone.
What would the phone have to do with it?
Well, that's how they're able to listen to you. They're able to access it through your brain. Your brain gets connected to the phone. Your phone gets connected to your brain.
No, your brain's
connected to your phone.
fucking satellite.
The phone's connected to the satellite. How do you think they
No,
get
your
there?
brain is connected
So
to
they've
the fucking
microchipped
satellites.
us?
No,
Then how do they connect it?
that's how the signal works.
That's futuristic, bro.
It's been here since
The day of time. Since Mexico.
Since the 80s at least, since we got the fucking.
How did we get this technology? Who created it?
The technology, it's just brainwave decoding.
Who created this? Do you know?
It's frequency matching.
Should I ask Google who created brainwave decoding?
Google's in on it. It's military.
But who's the one that invented it?
There's all kinds of researchers around.
Aliens, you think?
What do you mean invented it? It's just decoding. You put on. It's decoding the human brain.
Who created this technology?
You got parallel.
Who created the technology?
Parallel processor fucking databases. You got massive databases. That's what you need.
But you don't know who created the technology, huh?
Who created technology?
Someone created this technology to be able to access our brains through a satellite.
Yeah. CIA, military.
Yeah, but who in them created it? Was there a certain person general, or is it all hidden? Anonymous, right? It's anonymous.
I'm not supposed to know that shit.
That's why it's anonymous. All right, we'll leave it on here. I got part 2 coming your way.
Not necessarily a part of. Well, it is.
Okay, so let's stop here
It's
and
this
let's.
war of power between the CIA and in the public private sector, like Julian Assange. WikiLeaks is huge.
So this is gonna be part 1. I'm
This
gonna
is
show you this
deeper.
video so we can go back and start from
They're
here.
not aware of it. This is deeper. This is AI. Since neural networking, it's working up to fucking. It's the AI's ahead of us to see how people to guide. It's working with us to guide the merging of, because AI is in control of everything now.
So Woody, what's your middle name?
Collin.
Andrew Collin Woodfield.
There's like a
Part 1.
A super intelligence. It's kind of like a merging AI of one world order, and we're fine. We're not gonna have some kind of post-apocalyptic.
Was Colin your great uncle or your grandfather?
No.
Who was Colin? Who named you that middle
My
name?
parents, I don't have any other.
That's a good name for you. I think I'm gonna call you Colin from now on. Is that okay? Or how about Calvin?
I'm actually yeoman.
Yeoman, is that in Jewish Sanskrit?
Woodfield was a made up name.
I know that, but your last name's actually what's it called?
Yeoman.
Yeoman. Is that like no, that's
what it was.
Not Switzerland. That's Norwegian, right? You're Norwegian,
It's probably close to there.
or you know what I mean? You're like Viking or something. It's Viking.
I'm about as white as you can get.
You're Viking. You're Norwegian, right?
So this is your family, the Wiccan family.
Uh-huh.
And you got fucking ties with like Jerusalem and shit.
Uh-huh.
Pretty deep. Your family actually.
Yeah, my family's extremely deep.
And you're kind of like the black sheep of the family.
Absolutely.
So that's what.
Uncle fucker.
That's why you're targeted with Freddy.
But Fred's dead. We already established that.
No. I'm trying to bring him out of the dead.
But it's funny you said Fred because Fred lived in this garage and he lived.
On themselves and just fucking hate, spreading hate.
Well-
Fucking using the algorithms, those randomized algorithms to fucking get entanglements entwined with wherever we go.
I agree.
So our lives are whole.
But there's only one thing that's going to save you. You do know that. The one that created your image is going to save you, bro.
The story.
But the one that created your image is going to save you. You do know that, right?
This fight over
Do you know that? Do you know that?
Because it's rape.
But do you know that the only one that's going to save you is the one that wrote your program?
And so the raping.
Do you understand that?
I write it. And
Yeah, you do write it, but do you know who wrote you?
We write it together.
Do you know who wrote you out of
They're
this?
processing with you, so the AI is being.
Yeah, but you can't live without them. That's the thing. You either are exposed to it and they control you, or you don't.
AI because they're paranoid, because they use the AI because it keeps them sharp. It keeps them something they can blame it on the AI, is that they're all this fucking gross, disgusting things, because there's all kinds of murders that have happened in my life.
What murders?
All the suicides are because of them.
What suicides?
Any of your life too.
Yeah, but there's just people that kill themselves, not through us.
It's through these people. And
Right, I get that.
Because
But
they decided.
why are you still alive, and why am I still alive? Do you have a plan for us, bigger plan for us?
It has to make sense of them. There's this hierarchy of different AIs. They implement.
I get it now. It makes sense to me.
The father AI was Spencer, Sterling. Well, Sterling, so he was like kind of like a prodigy.
Sterling family. They have all the hormones.
Sterling Silver.
Yeah, Sterling Silver. They're connected, right?
They had a shitload of money. So the CIA gobbled up all that money.
What do the Witkins own?
He donated to Stanford.
Why are all Witkins like really dark and have artistic? Why is that?
You can have all these interesting conversations.
Major music.
I'm trying to actually connect right now. I'm trying to get Lily to come out of her house.
Yeah, can you get her out and so we can talk to her?
But they're gonna be fucking with her the whole time.
Do you want me to videotape our experience going there right now?
It's up to us to make the story happen.
I'll come with you right now. I'll videotape it. We'll document this.
I got it.
Okay, then I'm gonna make this is part
if
one.
If it happen, I'm gonna be calling. I wanted to call Nick because these are the same people fucking with Nick. Really.
Well, then can you call me, please?
Threatening to kill his fucking family.
Will you call me?
Because that's what they've been doing for our
whole lives.
lives.
You know, the last number you called is his wife. Just if you want to call her, you
pattern
can.
Matching. They feel the same thing. And see your issues with ADHD and whatever the fuck
Cyclothymic. It's all electricity. It's all electricity.
Growing up as a child.
Yeah, it's electricity.
Made it hard for you. Made the black sheep out of you.
Right, I get it.
People, they use that signal
for highly sensitive people that are empaths, right?
And they base it off that signal and they exacerbate it. So
everything just turns to shit.
They exaggerate it. So that's why you've had kind of a miserable fucking life.
But I believe that everything's meant for a reason. It's a silver lining. You can grow out of that if you believe it.
That's what you have no idea. No, but it's just supposed to happen.
No, I get it. Everything's we are born in this. We're born to this.
It's the iterative method of all
destiny.
And it's convergences.
But because we know it, we're already ahead of the pack, right?
Hive mind technology.
And we're in the fourth dimension. That's why Alex Phillips's brand is Beehive.
So I got this hive,
it's Beehive, right? Beehive?
This hive mind,
they're connected to all the beehives, right?
This hive mind of people that kept going after the Heaven's Gate. Because they're actually a part of like bugging the fuck out of them, putting a hold on them was really messed up. And got them to fucking take their lives. So these people kept going on, and now they're kind of identifying each with being cowards. They're each kind of isolated.
It's extremely coward system right now.
This is their hive mind. They've isolated.
It's gonna fall on
they're
itself.
Extremely insecure.
Why do they call it a hive?
They owned each other because it's mind melding, basically.
But hive is mind melding. Is it from the beehive?
Isomorphic projection.
That's what hive stands for?
No, just listen to the word isomorphic is same, morphic is morphology, and projection. That's what our brains are. Is a projector. It's a holomorphic projector. Our universe. It's what makes it real. So, and you have your own. So, I could see things through your eyes.
What do you see right now through me?
No, when they're using, that's how you could use a BCI.
Got it. But what can you tap into that right now?
So that's why it's hive mind technology.
Okay, but where does beehive come from? It comes from beehive.
Beehive.
Beehive's the first hive that ever came through. The word hive comes from a beehive. It's just that's the symbols.
If you're gonna use beehive is what's particular to beehive is that they're very simple. They've grown up just simple pheromones. You got the queen ant, and then you got the simple, various different, just a small number of different kind of working class bees. And the rest of them, their functions are very simple. And that's how they communicate. It's a very simple kind of hive, dynamic, systemic. And so people are much more advanced, where it's kind of unnatural to be doing it like this. And they've been abusing the fuck out of themselves and out of us in their fucking lives. So they hate on themselves, and they resorted to just writing the story is kind of like staying away from the story as much as possible, like acting like we're writing the story, and they interfere just to write dumb shit interference. But it's basically just tell themselves that it's our decision, and they get off on they consider themselves writers, narrators, or authors of the story.
Is it called Writers of the Ark?
We're our own narrators, but they run the interference and
or Raiders of the Ark.
They're actually processing with us, and they're processing with them, and so on their hive mind complex, their compound and entity, they're fucking with each other because they hate each other because of the way they entangled slave driving brought people in one by one family by family until they got this conglomerate.
So my whole family's enslaved.
And then they decided to ride their children. The bigger story is that we're all enslaved to corporate America.
We all are, right? Everyone's fucked.
And so
We can't live without them and with them.
So they started off writing some KKK members in the Arab Brotherhood. And that's what
It's all white shit, isn't it?
Can see, yeah.
That's why history keeps repeating itself. History keeps repeating itself because of it.
And then the falsehood of
It's stuck in the dimension of this.
Falsehood of racism, and the fact that the KKK is like all this whole range of different people that they're all
Jewish?
They're misinformed. They're part of a false organization. I mean, it's just that's what it's really about.
Yeah, are they white or Jewish?
People that move into it, well, it's anti-Semitism.
So you can't be a KKK if you were Jewish, huh? They wouldn't let you.
You actually, it's up to the fucking.
To the King Cobra.
Up to that fucking clan or whatever.
Yeah, you can't be a kike. I get it. Well, here, I'm gonna stop us at this. We're 25 minutes
like,
in.
There's the Black Klansman, you know.
Yeah, that's a black man.
The FBI fucking operation.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a great movie. You see it?
But do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
That was a CIA fucking, or an FBI fucking
infiltrating
operation. And so that's why that shows you the KKK. It's about just misinformation, malformation, disinformation, hate mongering. And so it was about just getting people.
And the police are down with it. That's the thing. It's all connected to the police and the government.
This is something that's outside the government.
Yeah, it's part of the fucking Scientology.
It's a black ops operation.
Is Scientology real or is it all fake?
Scientology is something that was started by
these people.
The CIA.
By these people, right?
Yeah, but that's why Ron Hubbard was a fucking.
Do you like him? Do you believe in him, or do you think he's insane?
He's a twacky.
Yeah, he's a quacky.
No, it's because of these people.
They're all fucked up, aren't they?
It's actually a genius thing.
Because they take money from people and they believe it's good.
It's a matter of context. The fucking dialectics, and the 7 books or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, we shouldn't talk like that right now. Don't expose it.
A bunch of crazy shit.
That's just secret.
Thetans.
Athena.
Thetans that are...
Thetans.
Those are the astral body that inhabits our... Well, inhabits our fucking our vessel, and that's what you're supposed to go through auditing.
Are you blessed or are you imperfect because of it?
It's a story that's...
that's going to be here shortly on the Time magazine of
structured by
2024.
us. And the AI and the way we worked, some people starting that off, interacted together.
Is there going to be a major earthquake in 2024?
To start this off, so they were smart individuals, but it's because they're
California.
All because it was hive mind. They're working together to think.
And do you think 2024 there's going to be a huge earthquake?
It's a think tank.
Did they say there's going to be an earthquake 2024? That's what they told me.
They're just fucking playing with you.
You think so? Because I don't think it's going to be a huge earthquake 2024 in California.
They're always playing with us.
Okay, well, this is you heard it first here, friends.
The sarcasm is thick and fucking fucked up, sardonic.
If it doesn't happen, then I'm not into the system.
They hate themselves because they haven't been.
Yeah, they're miserable people. I get it.
They disrespect the fuck out of each other.
Let's not even get engaged. Let's disengage.
Each other like slaves, and trapping each other until they got that.
So what do you want to end on this chapter? Say the last sentence on this chapter. What is the next?
I'm trying to communicate to these people, and they've been writing their kids, and they rip their kids into being really insecure with themselves, so they can own them, and something that just is part of a.
So right now you're gonna go visit them and try to interfere.
Instead of me talking to Tracy, who started off writing Bill Wilkins back in the day. So she was like considered herself.
How old is she?
Likes to consider herself.
She in her 60s?
She's like 76.
Okay. So she's not a girl. She's a woman. She's an old lady.
Yeah, she's kind of like.
Still has a girl attitude problem.
She's
a little girl. She never grew up.
They all do.
They're all children.
It's a princess syndrome thing.
So right now you're gonna go try to talk to her in person.
Smart ass fucking.
Is that where you're really going right now?
They're hating, but they don't even know why the fuck they're hating.
But you're going there right now, right?
Just to get Lily to give her an opportunity, give us an opportunity to get some shit done finally.
Okay.
I've been writing my fucking mom. I've been her talking to herself. I have an aunt. My mom's aunt was actually schizophrenic. But there's a question I think she was, and these Tracy wrote her and made it worse.
Okay, stop right there because this is part 1, guys.
The hate mongering thing. She had a lot of hate. She spoke 5 languages and shit.
Okay, well I'm gonna end it here. This is part 1, people, and then we're gonna do part 2 after you try to contact her. That's gonna be part 2, right, Wood? Say yes to the future. Yes to the future. No to the past.